still sat in a frame beside her computer. The last time that she looked at it, she had cringed. She barely recognized the smiling, fresh-faced woman in the photo. She was quite surprised that no one wondered where that woman had gone. Chapter 1. Eliza Hunt. Eliza Hunt sat in the parking lot of her local Stop and Shop. Her neck was soaked in sweat, her hands trembling uncontrollably. It wouldn't be long before she'd have no choice but to curl up in a ball on the front seat of her car and give up. She looked at the curved, bold font of the familiar bright purple sign and read it out loud. Stop and Shop. Such simple instructions. Yet she felt as if her body were weighted to the front seat of her car, pinned down by fear. She refocused and tried talking herself out of the car. Eliza, the twins are coming home from college for the long weekend. You need to walk across the parking lot and buy food for them. Nothing. She had already attempted to will the panic away with calm breaths in and out, a method she had learned from the psychiatrist who treated her during her first bout with agoraphobia, some 30 years earlier. It hadn't helped then either. She pried her feet out of her sneakers, peeled off her sweat socks, and shoved them under her now drenched underarms. Thankfully, the sweat socks lived up to their name. How did I get here? She asked herself. She knew the answer, but as per usual, she didn't have the strength to address it. She stared out at the familiar market she had been in 1,000 times and yelled, "Get out of the damn car, Eliza!" Still nothing. The fear was mounting, not retreating. At this point in her life, Eliza knew the Stop and Shop so well that she could direct someone to aisle 9 for beverages and aisle 5 for preparation H as deftly as the store manager could. She knew that if she could just get midway down aisle 4 to her old friend, a box of chocolate-covered Entenmann's donuts, she could ingest enough sugar and derive enough comfort to hold the panic at bay for the duration of her shopping. Growing up, she had kept a similar box under her bed, hidden from her mother, who didn't allow sweets in the house. Whether she was suffering from anxiety, rebelling, or just looking for a remedy for the teenage blahs, they always did the trick. Eliza closed her eyes and pictured the familiar blue and white box with the clear window on top, visualized herself opening the side tabs and scoffing down 1, or 2, or 4. She imagined her first bite, the distinct segue from the hard chocolate shell to the soft vanilla cakey inside, channeling her mind and spirit into the exquisite sense of anticipation. Focus on the donut, Eliza. Before she knew it, she was out of the car and standing in aisle 4, 3 donuts in. They had the desired effect, and she took a few deep breaths to seal the deal. She pulled the socks out from under her armpits, threw them in her purse, and yanked out her shopping list. She was good to go. Half an hour later, with her cart overflowing, Eliza stepped in line at the checkout counter. There she was instantly distracted from her fear of exiting the store by a lively conversation between 2 young mothers ahead of her. One, who had a baby strapped to her chest, was helping the other, who had an unruly toddler strapped in the seat of the cart, unload her groceries. As the toddler's mother placed one item on the belt, the toddler took another off and threw it back into the cart. It was entertaining, and Eliza was in no rush to go back outside. The mother of the baby said, "I was up all night reading that epic thread on the local chat group. Did you see it?" "Of course I saw it. It was like a train wreck." "I just don't understand how these women spill everything. I mean, my husband has erectile dysfunction. Please help." At least she wrote that anonymously. All those women who answered with their expert advice, you can only imagine that their husbands have issues in that department as well. I mean, my God, my husband would kill me.